Good morning, everyone. I'm Ajay. Welcome back to Let Us Learn. This is your online classroom. I hope you are using this platform to continue your learning during these difficult times. Let us continue your journey with tenses, one of the most important topics in English grammar. As you know, there are three tenses: present, past, and future. And each tense has four aspects: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. In the last sessions, we focused on present tense and past tense. We have learned all about the four aspects of each tense. We have seen a couple of examples of each tense. We have done some exercises and we have learned all about four aspects of present tense and past tense, and we have also known about the structures of each tense: positive form and negative form. In today's class, we will focus on future tense. So, as you know, future tense has four aspects: simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous. And today we will focus on two aspects: future simple and future continuous tense. First aspect is future simple. We will focus on where to use future simple, what is the structure of both positive form and negative form, and we will see a couple of examples. Before that, let us read a small dialogue, a dialogue between salesperson and customer. As you know, future also plays an important role in our life. In our day-to-day communication, generally we talk about future. If you observe your day-to-day communication, you will find many words, many sentences in future. We always talk about future. So in this class, we will learn how to speak in future tense, how to use future tense. As you know, future tense has four aspects. Today we focus on two aspects: future simple and future continuous. So first topic is future simple. Before that, read the dialogue, a dialogue between salesperson and a customer. This is also part of our daily activities. You go to a shop, a kirana shop, a clothes shop, a supermarket, so many. You have to do many activities. This example is one of such. Read the dialogue between salesperson and customer. Salesperson: what can I do for you, sir? Customer: will you show me some 32 size shirts? Sure, here are bright colored shirts. If you want for shirts, I will take you to that site. So customer said, no, I shall select one among these. Well, this shirt seems to be good. Salesperson replied, you want to try it on or shall I pack it, sir? Pack it, please. I will pay the bill. Thank you. Salesperson: welcome. Observe the dialogue between salesperson and customer. So read the dialogue once again. So while reading the dialogue, observe the verb groups which are in bold. Observe the verb groups. Verb means action verbs in dialogue. In the dialogue, salesperson, what can I do for you, sir? Customer replied, will you show me some 32 size shirts? Salesperson, sure, here are bright colored shirts. If you want formal shirts, I will take you that side. Customer, no, I shall select one among these. Well, this shirt seems to be good. Salesperson said, you want to try it or shall I pack it, sir? Customer, pack it please. I will pay the bill. Thank you. Welcome. This is the conversation between customer and a salesperson. So observe the verb groups which are in bold. They are in future simple tense. Future simple, one of the 4 aspects of future tense. So let us see, when do we use future tense? The future simple tense is used to express futurity or future events, or to describe actions which take place in the future. Future simple tense is used to describe actions that take place in the future. Then we use future simple tense. For example, I shall listen the news. I shall listen the news. We will conduct a quiz competition on spelling tomorrow. The president will stay in Hyderabad for a month. She will go to movie tomorrow. Observe. Here what are the actions? In the first sentence, listen news. Second one, conduct quiz competition. Third one, stay in Hyderabad. Stay, that is the action. Go to movie in the last example. These are future actions. So to describe future actions that take place in future, it may be tomorrow or near future. To describe that future actions, then we use future simple tense. So observe the bold words in these examples. I shall listen the news. I shall listen the news. Or you can say I will listen the news. Both are correct. Will or shall. Nowadays, in modern English, we can use I will or I shall to describe future actions. So let us discuss on this in the next slide. I shall listen the news tomorrow or this evening. Now it is afternoon. So I shall listen the news this evening. This evening, that is a future. I shall listen the news this evening. Shall listen, that is a future action. We will conduct a quiz competition on spelling tomorrow. Here observe the action that is going to be happen in future. That means here tomorrow. We will conduct a quiz competition on spelling tomorrow. We will conduct, we shall conduct. The president will stay in Hyderabad for a month. This is the future action of the president. The president will stay in Hyderabad for a month. It is the future action of the president. She will go to movie tomorrow. She will go to movie tomorrow. Go to movie. That is the future action of her. She will go to movie this evening, tomorrow, next Sunday, next weekend, any. So observe the all the verbs, all the actions. To describe a future action, we use simple future. Let us see structure of the future simple tense. As we have observed some examples. First, we have read a conversation between a customer and a salesperson. Then we have observed some future actions. And in the next slide, again we have observed some future actions, future examples. Then we have observed some bold words, group of verbs, those are in bold. So now observe the structure. What is the structure of the simple future or future simple? Positive, subject plus shall or will plus V1. So as you know, V1 means base form of the verb. As you know, every verb has 4 forms: present form, or we can call it as base form, or main verb, or V1. It is important. If you want to excel in tenses, we have to know the all 4 forms of the verb. Every verb has 4 forms. Each form can be used in different tenses. So here V1, that is base form or present form of the verb or main verb. V2 means past form or V2. V3, that is past participle or V3. Next one, V inform, or we can call it as V4 or present participle. As we have seen, present continuous tense, past continuous tense, we use V inform or V4. V3, present perfect and past perfect, we use V3 or past participle of the main verb. V2, simple past, we use V2. Simple past. V1, as we have seen, present simple, we use V1 or main verb or base form of the verb. So let us see the structure of the future simple tense. Future simple tense, subject plus shall or will plus base form of the verb. Subject means, as you know, first person, second person, third person, singular and plural. In all subjects we use shall or will. Earlier we use I shall, we shall, remaining we use will. But in modern English there is no distinction between will and shall. We can use will, shall for all subjects. I will go to movie is right, I shall go to movie is right. But in traditional English, before that we generally use I shall go, we shall go, he will go, she will go, they will go. Shall used to be used for first person, singular and plural. I, we, then we use shall. But nowadays in modern English we can use will, shall. We can use will for all subjects. There is no distinction between will or shall. Coming to questions, then we use shall for I and we, that is past person, singular and plural. Coming to questions, shall I ask a question, shall we go to movie, like that. In questions we have to use shall. So remaining all cases we use will for all subjects, both first person and second person, third person, both singular and plural we use will. Okay. For example, observe the examples. We will write the exam. We will write the exam. Observe the structure. We will write the exam. Subject. What is the subject here? We. Structure. Follow the structure. Shall or will plus V1 are base form of the verb. We will write the exam. We will write the exam. Right. Or we can say we shall write the exam. That is also right. We will write the exam or we shall write the exam. Both are correct. But nowadays we use will for all subjects. No problem. For only questions, interrogative sentences, we use shall. For both I and we, first person singular and plural, we use shall. So remaining all statements we can use will. No problem. That is not a mistake. Second example, he will play cricket. He will play cricket tomorrow, next week, next Sunday, next month, or in the IPL. You will play cricket. Will play. He will play. She will dance in the show. Observe the words. Structure is very easy. Will or shall plus base form of the verb for all subjects. She will dance in the show. Observe the V1. Dance, play, write. These are all V1. V1 means base form of the verb. She will dance in the show. They will participate in the program. They will participate in the program. Observe. Shall we stay here or shall we sit here? Observe. This is the interrogative question. All the other examples are statements. But coming to last one, that is a interrogative statement. Interrogative. So in interrogative statements we use shall for I and we. Shall we sit here or shall I come in? Shall I sit here? Shall I go there? Like that. So this is the positive form of the future simple. Will or shall plus V1. V1 means main verb or base form of the verb. Let us focus on negative form of the future simple tense. Subject. So for all subjects, first person, second person, third person, both singular and plural. Will or will not or shall not plus V1. Observe the structure of the negative form in future simple. Shall not or will not plus V1 or base form of the verb. I shall not attend the class tomorrow. I shall not attend the class tomorrow. Observe. We shall not participate in the program. We shall not participate in the program. Observe the group of verbs in these examples. Shall not attend, shall not attend, shall not participate. He will not write the exam. Will not write, will not write. Structure, negative form of the future simple. He will not write the exam. She will not sing in the show. She will not sing in the show because she will dance. She will not sing in the show because she will dance. Observe the positive, negative. They will not watch the movie. They will not watch the movie. Observe the structure. This is all about future simple. Okay. To describe future actions, we use simple future. To describe future actions, we use simple future. And we have seen the structure of both positive and negative. Subject plus shall or will plus V1 in positive form. Will not or shall not plus basic form of the verb in negative structure. We have seen a couple of examples on positive forms and negative forms. Let us move to another aspect of the future tense, that is future continuous tense. So before that, read the dialogue between Arjun and Vijay. Arjun and Vijay. This is the dialogue between Arjun and Vijay. Read the dialogue. While reading, observe the verb groups that are in bold. Verb groups. Arjun asked Vijay, Vijay, what's your program tomorrow? Vijay said, I will be washing my car at this time tomorrow. Arjun, don't you have a driver? Vijay said, no, I myself do it every Sunday. What about you? Arjun said, I will be spending my time in the library. Vijay, good, I like it. Observe the dialogues between Arjun and Vijay. While reading these dialogues, observe the bold verbs, verb groups that are in bold. Arjun asked, Vijay, what's your program tomorrow? Vijay said, I'll be washing my car at this time tomorrow. Arjun asked, don't you have a driver? Vijay said, no, I myself do it every Sunday. What about you? Arjun said, I will be spending my time in the library. Vijay, good, I like it. So those verb groups are in future continuous tense. Observe, I will be washing my car at this time tomorrow. I will be washing. I will be spending. These are future actions at a specific time in the future. These verbs are in future continuous tense. Let us focus on where we use future continuous tense. In the tense we have seen continuous aspect of present and past. Present continuous tense is there and past continuous tense is there. When do we use present continuous tense? Just have a quick review. When do we use present continuous tense? Yes, to describe an action that is going on, that is in progress at the time of speaking or writing. Then we use present continuous tense. For example, as you know, I am speaking, you are listening. It is happening now. So then we use present continuous tense. An action or actions are going on or in progress at the time of speaking. I am speaking, that is, it is in progress now. They are writing, she was dancing, he is playing. These are happening now. Okay, to describe some actions that are going on at the time of speaking, then we use present continuous tense. Next, past continuous tense. When do we use past continuous tense? Yes, action or actions that are in progress sometime at this time in the past. Actions that are in progress sometime in the past. For example, we were learning past tense at this time tomorrow. We were learning past tense at this time tomorrow. Sorry, yesterday. We were learning past tense at this time yesterday. So we are talking about past action which was in progressing. At this time, what did we learn? Yes, we were learning past perfect and past perfect continuous tense at this time yesterday. So learning past tense that was in progress at this time in the past. So to describe action that was in progress at specific time in the past, then we use past continuous tense. So let us focus on future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to show that something will be happening at a point in future time, or an action in progress at some point of time in the future. Here observe, future continuous tense is used to show that something will be happening at a point in future time, and to express an action in progress at some point in the future. For example, we will be learning future perfect tense at this time in the next class. Observe the sentence. An action will be in progress at some specific time in the future. Then we use future continuous tense. An action that will be in progress at some time in the future. For example, we will be learning future perfect tense at this time in the next class. We will be learning future perfect tense at this time in the next class. So observe the difference between present simple, past simple, future simple. For example, present simple. We are learning future continuous tense now. Note down. We are learning future continuous tense now. It is happening now. So then we use present continuous. We were learning past perfect tense at this time yesterday. We were learning the past perfect tense at this time yesterday. So that is also action that was in progress at this time yesterday. Now we are going to talk about an action that will be in progress in the future time. Like, we will be learning future perfect tense at this time in the next class. Observe, future action that was in progressing. We will be learning, that is the action that will be in progress at this time in the next class. That is also future action, but it will be in continuing, it will be progressing at this time next class. So to describe or to express an action in progress at some point of time in the future, then we use future continuous tense. Let us see some other examples. He will be sleeping and she will be watering plants at 7 a.m. tomorrow. He will be sleeping and she will be watering plants at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Here observe the sentence. Here how many actions are there? Yes, two actions. He will be sleeping and she will be watering plants at 7 a.m. At 7 a.m. that is a specific time in the future. That means tomorrow. At 7 a.m. and tomorrow, what happened? What will happen? He will be sleeping. That is in sleeping. That is also an action. That is in progress. He will be sleeping at 7 a.m. tomorrow, and she will be watering plants at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Two actions are there. At 7 a.m. tomorrow, these two actions are in progressing. Next example. They will be playing at this time on next Sunday. They will be playing at this time on next Sunday. So next Sunday, no online class. So what will they do? They will be playing at this time next Sunday. No video lessons, no online class. So they will be playing at this time on the next Sunday. They will be playing. The action playing in progress at this time next Sunday. So let us focus on the structure of the present continuous tense. So here observe the bold letters. Will be learning, will be sleeping, will be watering, will be playing. So let us observe the structure of future continuous tense. First focus on positive structure, positive form of the future continuous tense. Subject plus will or shall be. We can write will be or shall be plus V1 plus ing form. V1 plus ing form. That means present participle of the verb. As you know, V4, we can call it as V4 or V ing form. You must focus on verb forms. Every verb has 4 forms. So in different tenses, we use different verb forms. So you have observed all continuous tenses, present continuous, past continuous and future continuous tense. We use V1 plus ing form. V1 means base form of the verb plus ing form, or we can call it as V4. All continuous tenses you have observed. Subject, any subjects. That means here first person singular plural, second person singular and plural, third person singular and plural. We use will be or shall be plus verb form is V1 plus ing form or V4 or present participle of the verb. Let us see the examples. I will be going to Shirdi tomorrow. I will be going to Shirdi tomorrow. So what is the meaning here? Yes, at this time I will be going to Shirdi tomorrow. I am on journey. At this time tomorrow I will be going to journey. I will be going to Shirdi. I am on journey. That is in progress. Going to Shirdi is a progress. Progressing at this time tomorrow. I will be going to Shirdi tomorrow. We shall be writing test on Monday. We shall be writing test on Monday. Yeah, observe. So what is the future progressing action here? Writing. On Monday at this time we shall be writing test. Our writing in progress. We will not finish. We will be writing exam on Monday at this time. You will be practicing yoga at this time tomorrow. Your future continuous action. What is that? You will be practicing yoga at this time tomorrow. You will be practicing. You are in yoga postures. You will be practicing yoga at this time tomorrow. He will be preparing for exams at this time tomorrow or next near future. We didn't mention time, but that is right. he will be preparing for exams at this time or at 11 a.m. tomorrow. Observe the verbs in these examples. Will be going to Shirdi tomorrow. We shall be writing test on Monday. You will be practicing yoga at this time tomorrow. He will be preparing for exams. Here observe the verbs. All are in progress at some time in the future. All actions will be in progress at some time in the future. Will be going, shall be writing, will be practicing, will be preparing. All are progressing actions some time in future. So then we use future continuous tense. This is the structure of positive form of future continuous tense. Now let us focus on negative form of the future continuous tense. Here negative, subject plus will or shall, will not ill. It is a typographical mistake. Small error, typographical mistake on the slide. Not ill, will. Okay. Will not be or shall not be plus V plus inform. V plus inform is present participle or V4. Will not be or shall not be plus V inform. Let us see some examples. I will not be listening to class tomorrow. Observe. I will not be listening to class tomorrow. We shall not be playing on Monday because we shall be writing our exams, as we have discussed in the positive section. We shall be writing test on Monday at this time. So we shall not be playing at this time on Monday. You will not be dancing at this time tomorrow. You will not be dancing at this time tomorrow. So why? Because you will be practicing yoga at this time tomorrow. That is the positive. You will be practicing yoga at this time tomorrow. So you will not be dancing at this time tomorrow. Negative form. You will not be watching movie at this time tomorrow. You will not be watching movie at this time tomorrow because he will be preparing for exams. That is a future progressing action. He will be preparing for exams at this time tomorrow. So he will not be watching movie at this time tomorrow. Here observe the structure of the negative form of future continuous tense. I will not be listening to class tomorrow. We shall not be playing on Monday. You will not be dancing at the time tomorrow. You will not be watching movie at this time tomorrow or next Sunday. Will not be plus listening. Will not plus be plus listening. Observe the structure of the negative form of future continuous tense. Shall not be plus playing. You will not be dancing at this time tomorrow. Will not be plus playing. Playing, that is a P4 or present participle of the verb. Will not be plus playing. Next, will not be plus watching. You will not be watching movie. Will not be plus watching. Observe the structure of negative form in future continuous tense. This is all about future continuous tense. So let us quickly recap what we have learnt today. So what did we discuss today? Yes, we focus on future tense. As you know, there are three broad categories of tenses: present, past and future, and each tense has four aspects: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. The previous sessions, we focused on present tense and past tense. We have seen all four aspects of these tenses in today's class. This is our 8th lesson on this topic, tenses. This is our 8th lesson. In the last 7 sessions, we focused on present tense and past tense, and we have discussed all about those tenses. In this session, in this 8th session of the tense, we focused on future tense. As you know, in our day-to-day communication, generally we talk about future actions. Always we may live in the past or future, we never live in present. So that is another thing. Am I right? Observe your day-to-day communication, day-to-day conversation with your friend. Either we may live in past or we may live in future. Past is history, future is mystery, but we never live in present. So in our day-to-day communication, so either we talk about past or future. So future is also one of the important area. We have to learn how to talk about future actions in English. So we focused on two aspects of future tense in this class. As you know, each tense has four aspects: simple, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. Today we focused on future simple and future continuous tense. So first, future simple. When do we use future simple? Future simple to describe actions which take place in the future. To describe actions which take place in the future, then we use future simple tense. And we have seen the structure. That is a very easy one. Will or shall plus V1, that is main verb. V1 means here base form of the verb or main verb. Will or shall plus V1. For example, we will learn future perfect tense tomorrow. We will complete tenses this week. So these are our future actions. So to describe future actions which take place in future, then we use future simple tense. The structure of positive form is will or shall plus V1. We will learn future perfect tense in the next class. Like, we will go to movie next Sunday. These are all future actions. Next, negative structure of the simple future. Will not plus shall not plus V1. Will not or shall not plus V1. I will not go to movie next weekend because I will go to Tirupati next Sunday. That is, we will not go to movie. We will not go to movie. Negative structure, because we will go to Tirupati. Next, second one is future continuous tense. Future continuous tense is used to talk about temporary action that is in progress at some point of time in the past. An action that is in progress at some time in the past, then we use future continuous tense. The action will be in progressing at some point of time in the future, then we use future continuous tense. That will not completed, that will be in progress, that will be happening in some point of time in the future, then we use future continuous tense. We have seen the structure of both positive and negative form of future continuous tense. What is the positive structure? Yes, will be or shall be plus we inform. We will be learning future perfect tense at this time tomorrow. We will be learning future perfect tense at this time tomorrow. So learning future perfect, that is a action that will be in progress at this time tomorrow. That is, we will be learning future perfect tense at this time tomorrow. So negative structure, will not be or shall not be plus we inform, that is the negative form of the future continuous tense. This is all about future simple and future continuous tense. In the next class we will focus on other two aspects of future tense. What are those? Future perfect and future perfect continuous tense. We will learn all about these two aspects of future tense. When do we use future perfect tense? What is the structure? And when do we use future perfect continuous tense? And we will learn about the structure of the future perfect continuous tense, and we will also observe a couple of examples on each tenses, future perfect and future perfect continuous tense. Thanks for watching this video. Signing off.